Hello guys, welcome to my channel, Mr. Jefferson 105. On today's video I'm going to show you how to do a happy birthday cup holder for someone. Basically it's nice as a present. One of my relatives is his birthday and he drinks a lot of tea, and then I decided to design something for him as a cup holder that will be on his desk. Also it will contain the music. The music will be happy birthday to you, and so on and so on. The module that you see here, what I've done, I've drawn the module, and then it comes with an LDR as well attached, and the LDR can be with the wires there. The LDR is 5 millimeters. And then we're going to use SolidWorks to design the shape of it and see how it will fit in the box. The actual device itself is about 28 by 38, so the size of a cup. So we have that this here from here is 28.34, and then from here to here is around about 38 mils. And then the speaker radius is not very relevant, but the whole design size from here to the end of the speaker is about, so that way we know how long the device has to be done, or has to be, and then it's about 6673. So this will be 6673. Everything is done in millimeters, metric. So alright, metric measurements. So then we know. So this is roughly the device, and then you also will get 2 wires connected to the speaker, and that's how the whole layout of the device, as you can see. So what we need a radius of at least 60, of at least 70 for a cup. So what I have here is this cool cup that was given to me, so I'm gonna use this as a guidance. And if I get my handy calipers, we need to measure the size of the cup roughly, which is about, as you can see, 76, 30, let's call it 76. What's the bottom bit? Because the bottom bit is the main bit. So the bottom bit is about 70, let's call it 73. Yeah, give or take 73. So that's the measurement I'm using for the cup. It's very standard, but it's fine. So the actual size of my device will be, the diameter will be here to here, will be 73 millimeters diameter. So all I'm looking for is a simple sort of like this, and then we're looking at about 10 millimeters deep, just to make sure nothing is touching, and in case water or a drink, or in this case the coffee or the tea, gets spilled, so it doesn't touch the electronics of the device. Also make it very accessible for them if they want to keep the device silent. And then this will be a rounded edge, something very simple. Also we need to make a 5 millimeter hole here, which is going to be for the LDR, and that's pretty much it. The aim of the device will be so that when you have the cup on top, nothing, it will be silent, no problem. As soon as somebody disturbs your mug or moves the mug away, it will sing the happy birthday song, and it will not stop until the mug is placed back on top of the cup holder. This makes it very, very handy. I suppose it could get annoying after a while, but you will have like a little plastic thing that you can introduce into one of the batteries in this side, and then you can silence the device. Perhaps in later improvements we can make so that we can add a switch to this battery and then have it wired to the system. That could be added, but I think that could be an update for later on projects, in case I want to reinvent this design. Now for me to show you how I'm gonna make this, I'm gonna this is gonna be fully 3D printed into blue PLA. My printer, for those that may ask, is Prusa i3, and I'm gonna be using 1.75 millimeters PLA, and it's gonna be blue because he likes the color blue. So I have blue sky sort of color, and that's what I'm gonna be using. The color will be something like this sort of color, which is very, very nice, like a blue sky sort of color. Okay, so now let's go into the actual designing of the device. As you can see, I'm going to be using these measurements that we've taken. If you want to take more measurements, feel free. The only reason why I've taken these measurements is so that the cup actually is slightly bigger than electronics. What I've noticed also, that the electronics come with a sticky tape, so a double-sided tape in one of the sides, and that allows for a stickiness to the back surface of the device. The reason for the speaker is quite loud, so I was planning of adding a grid, but then if you drop any liquids into it, it might damage the electronics, so therefore I'm not going to do so. Also, one more thing to take in consideration when making the actual circle. This is looking at from the top. You'll have to make a rim or a wall of a certain thickness, and then obviously the electronics will go in this section. You got your speaker, and then you have the rest of electronics, and you have the little hole connecting the wires. And then this thickness of this wall, it can vary, but I recommend doing about 1.5, it could be 1.56 to 2 millimeters. That's the recommendation roughly. You want it to be sturdy, but you don't want water to leak through the gaps. So yeah, that's a good size. The infill needs to be 100, and I've done but what we're gonna do, we're gonna print it in a concentric manner, so I'll show you how that is gonna be done. So yeah, let's go into the SolidWorks model. Okay guys, so what we're gonna do now, we're gonna do the design of the device with the measurements I have shown you. And so the first thing, we open SolidWorks. In this case I have SolidWorks 2016. We open a new file, we make a new part, and we click OK. As you can see, this is very simple, but it gives you a good idea of how to use SolidWorks. SolidWorks is a very straightforward program to learn. So the first thing we want to do is we want to create a sketch, and we want to do it on the top. We press Ctrl 8 on the keyboard if you wanted to, and then what we're gonna do, we're gonna do a circle. Okay, the first circle is gonna be where the cup is gonna be sat, and what we're gonna do, we are gonna specify the dimensions. So we come here, so to the smart dimension, and we want this to be 73 millimeters, if you remember well. The 73 millimeters there, and we click OK. Okay, so that's that. we click OK, and now what we're gonna do, we're gonna go to features, we're gonna extrude this guy for 2 mils. We press enter and we click OK. Now we click on here on the top surface, we click Ctrl 8, that brings it that way, and we click and we go sketch, new sketch, we press the circle, no actually, wait, not that one. We're gonna go to offset entities, we're gonna do 2, we're gonna put it in reverse, so it's done it inside out, inside, but we want to, I'm gonna go mine for about 1.56. okay, press OK, so that's that one, press OK. Now we're gonna offset again and we're gonna create this one. No, actually we're gonna go to convert entities and we click on this one and we click OK. So now we have a sketch that contains this. What we're gonna do next, we're gonna extrude this part, so we're gonna go to extrude boss, features, extrude boss, we can put it on a side sort of thing, and we are gonna extrude it for about 10. I think that's a good size, just good enough, and that's that, and we're gonna click OK. So that's our device. We said that we wanted it to be blue, so we right click, we go to features part, and we're gonna put the color that we wanted it to be. Okay, and that's our part in blue. So that's how it's gonna be look like. We're gonna go on the top, so Ctrl 8, and we're gonna have to make a hole for the little 5mm LDR. So like before, we got to sketch, new sketch. In this case, we're gonna make a center line on this from here to here, just some sort of guidance. We are gonna put the circle just about there, got this my dimension, and we want that to be 5. We click OK, and then we're gonna do features, we extrude, and we want to extrude that from here up to surface, up to surface, and then we're gonna click this surface and we're gonna click OK. So now we have the hole, which is very easy, straightforward, not much of a problem designing the actual device. That is it. Now the next step, now that we have all the dimensions inserted, what we need to do is create the STL file. The STL file will be very easy to create as well, and that can be done here. So we're gonna save this just in case. I'm gonna save it on my desktop. I'm gonna call it just in case I want to go back to it, happy birthday. I'm gonna put this on Thingiverse as well, so you can download it from there, so check the description. Also follow the link for the module, which is really handy, very easy to use, and if you want to give someone a good present, then this is a way of doing it. What better than making it yourself? And then I'm giving you a few skills. This is one of the tutorials on SolidWorks that we'll be doing soon, just brings the basics of 3D modeling. Okay, so the STL, once you created your file, you go to file, and then you go print, 3D print, we go to save, and then we find out where you want to save it. We want to save it in desktop, and we saved it there. We click file, save. As you can see, the 3D model is made out of triangles, which is what eventually tells the dimensions for the other program that we're going to use, in this case Simplified 3D. We click yes, we click OK, and we have done for now with SolidWorks, so we can close it. Cool octopus, right? And then what we're going to do, we have the STL here. Let's put in octopus hand, and we have the design here. What we're gonna do now, I'm gonna open a simplified 3D. I have my settings and everything. What I'm gonna do is click import, and importing that STL file, click open. There is my file. When you find things that don't line up this, because if I wanted to print it like that, I'm gonna waste a lot of filament because of the awkwardness of printing. As you can see, the gray thing that shows there, but that's just awkward to print it that way. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go to top surface, we're gonna click on it, and then we're gonna click, no, we're not gonna, we don't want that done. We're gonna click and we're gonna go Ctrl L, and this appears. You click and that face will go to the bed. Center the piece, that will go to the middle, as you can see there. And then we're just gonna go into the settings. I want it PLA. This one I want it about, yeah, let's go 100%. Layer, we want it to be a rectilinear, no, I want it to be concentric. And then and I want this one to be, yeah, leave that as rectilinear, it's gonna be full anyway. Additions, we don't want that many because it's gonna be already flat, so we want to put the skirts about 3. And we're gonna click OK. We don't need support, but I already left a click just in case. I made it 95% filled, and now all we have to do is prepare print, and this is how it's gonna get printed. So now there, and this is how it will print. As you can see, it does the wall very nicely, and all the movements of my nozzle are inside. I will put the STL file and the G-code file attached on the Thingiverse, so you can have a look as to how this was made. Now I'm going to show you how it looks like in real life, and the music of it. So once you've done this, you can go here and then just straight save the G-code, and then just save it where you need it. Save. So now it's saved. You put that into the 3D printer and you should be done. Let's go and see what it looks like in real. Okay, so as you can see here, we have the final product. That was fully 3D printed now. Very beautiful. You can see very shiny because this was touching the glass. And yeah, very nice quality print. And you can see the electronics. This is the sticky tape, which is a bit coming off, but yeah, this is the device itself, the LDR with the 5mm hole, and the walls, as you saw. So how we went from the design, an idea, to the final product. It might be simple, but it gave you a small tutorial how to guide yourself and how to do this sort of easy approach to design anything. Nowadays with a 3D printer, whatever is in your mind, imagination is the only thing that is stopping you from designing wherever you want. It's kind of cool because you can also see the electronics from far. As I told you before, I made it 10mm wide, so if liquids do fall, then it's not going to touch the electronics because they're held against the back. And also this was printed, this face was printed on the glass, making it waterproof, as all the lines on the first layer get very close together. And I have added also, I've glued this with a bit of super glue, and I put a bit more super glue on the top, so then that makes that also waterproof. And then one way of testing it, I'm gonna see if it works. So we're gonna take the plastic off this side. Oh, there you go. So as you can see, you put the cup on top, nothing happens. Take the cup off and it will do the music. and then if we want to stop, it's a bit of an echo. It stops. So thank you very much guys for watching. I think this has been a very fun tutorial to do, and surely I will catch you up in later tutorials. So yeah, thank you so much, and don't forget to subscribe, and you know that every subscription counts. Thank you very much guys, and I shall see you soon.